Walnuts Part 7. All the fun stuff goes on tonight.
Hey now.
All right, so you guys saw Walnuts. Let's get right to the belt squeal. You heard the belt squeal. I heard the belt squeal. Could probably fix it by shimming the secondary, but that belt's pretty new old stock. Feels pretty dry, like the rubber feels dry. So I went out and got myself a brand new 321-1045. So when I say 45 or 1045, that's like there's a 321-1042 and a 321-1045. They're basically identical belts. Either one works on these. Typically, I find the 45s are priced slightly less. So that's going on. Should be able to shim that secondary to work with this.
All right.
Yeah. I got a new gas gauge for obvious reasons. What's on there is just a cap just to run it. It doesn't have a gauge. Let's see, what else? We got to get the hood bolted on. You can see it's all sitting askew.
It's just sitting there.
Get this minty mint nose cone bolted on. I splurged.
Hey
Yep. I wanted the Polaris key for this sled, so I didn't go aftermarket. So genuine Polaris switch. Splurge.
Yep.
Go
big or go home.
Yep. I went cheap on these. So I already got it. I'm not pulling it out, the one that's in there. But these are your pickups in the tank. And since I was buying stuff, I stocked up on these. And there you go. Nice brass pickup. They sure look good. I got them on eBay. They were pretty cheap, but they appear to be well made. And I'll put a link in the description if you're looking for these. But I realized I didn't have any fresh ones after we put it together in the last video. All right, now for the good stuff. We're going to get this battery box put back on. Yeah, I got the cable caught in the track. Look who's here.
Hey, look who showed up.
We did the beer crack already.
Oh, I got a monster. Monster crack.
Dennis is monstering.
All right then.
So, got to put on the battery box, do the wiring to the solenoid and all that crap. And needs a starter, or what's the point?
It doesn't need a starter, but.
And then I bought this battery. I looked it up, and it said it needed like a Y14A. This is an awfully small
That's
battery.
a very small battery.
So, it'll work, I'm sure. It was super cheap. It's absorbed glass mat battery, so it doesn't have a vent, and it won't spew acid under my hood or anything like that. So it'll work.
We can figure out a way
there.
to strap it down there.
Oh, bungee cord.
Yeah.
So
bungee cords are for.
So there you go. That's the plans for the night. Details wants to clean up this hood even further. I know he does, because that's what he likes. And Details bought chips. Although Mrs. Speed Shop's going to make us some pizzas, too.
Salsa.
Hyena.
Or at least a pizza.
And we're not putting the pizza on the seat.
You know what it was? It was the wax from the cardboard. So that's why I wiped right off. But we'll put another piece of cardboard if we put it up there. It didn't get burnt or anything. All right.
All right.
So there you go. Yeah, we have to put the pizza up high. We have puppies in here.
Yeah. And they do love pizza.
Yeah.
Or at least mine does.
Yeah. So we're going to get back after it.
What we got going on over here, Dennis?
All cleaned up.
What?
Looking good.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
We spit shined?
Oh, gross.
Oh,
Thanks.
man.
Come on, it had squirrel shit on it.
It did.
Beep.
Yeah, now it's...
And then I vacuumed out the inside, got all that dead
that
foam out of
nasty
there.
foam out of there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That would have just melted all
That
over
stuff
the
just was-
exhaust. And
It was just falling apart.
that would've
Well,
been
and then
gross.
it's going to smell better.
Yeah.
No better.
Yeah.
Wait. There's
Nicely done.
There's some spit here.
Uh-oh.
Get rid of
Oh, man. Got to get rid of the spit.
Yeah.
Lay it.
that. I think it'll need a buff. So, Brad, you're up next.
Buffer. You gotta have the buffer. What are we doing over here, Nutter?
Shortening a bolt because of our wonderful organizational system. We lost. This is probably the bolt we're looking for, Lonnie.
This is our organizational system, right?
Lonnie, I just found the bolt. I shouldn't have to shorten it.
You found the right one.
This should be it, I think.
Hey now.
There's a too short. No, that's too short. So I'm just making a custom bolt for the electric start.
That's what we do. Right?
Take off 6 millimeters. That's a 1/4 inch for you people in America.
Yeah, right. So in the meantime,
Got the battery in there.
we got the battery tray in. We got the battery in. Got the solenoid hooked up here.
Oh, sorry, I was running the grinder over you guys talking.
Ain't no big deal.
Well, it will be when I edit it.
Yeah, you'll be able to hear it. So yeah, so we got the starter in. We're making those starter connections now, but we had that one bolt that came out just a little too long, so we're gonna make an adjustment.
It's all good. It's
It'll be
coming
good.
right along.
Coming along.
All right, Brad stopped by, and I stepped outside for a moment to see his go-kart, and came back in to find this. Here we go. The boys are getting the hood on.
All right. Get a wrench. I got the hood.
All right.
Should be like a 7/16, I'm guessing. All right, let me see these together.
All right. What we got going on over there? Checking the belts.
Yeah, checking that belt that was squealing versus my new belt. New belt seems a little bit longer. All right, when you put on your belt, put it so that you can read it when you're standing where I am.
Which is upside down for where I'm at.
That is true.
And backwards.
All right. Hmm.
Is it a little long, you think? Or
No, that's a little tight, if anything.
Still?
Yeah.
It'll
It's-
stretch.
No, we're pulling the secondary off and adding a shim.
All right, Dad.
That's life.
Time to shim. What she said. All right, what do we got going on over here?
Well, this new switch, something ain't right. The wires don't work right on it. They're not connected to the right spot. But the old INDAC key fits the old switch, so I plugged everything in, and
We got starter.
we got electric start. Oh, we got to kind of tie down the battery and stuff.
Yeah.
Might be a good idea to put the exhaust on before we run it.
You think?
And I got to shim for that belt.
Yep. So we're making progress.
We're making great progress.
Right on.
Hands back.
All right, what have we been jacking with over here?
First start with the electric start. Let's see how she does.
All right, let's see what happens.
Kill switch up.
Is that a good thing?
That's a good thing, and notice the belt squeal's gone. I'll come around and we'll show you that quick.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, stay right there, Lon.
Yep, that's what we did.
So we went to the adjustable secondary, and to get the deflection where I wanted it, about here, we actually had to throw one shim in the adjustable secondary, otherwise we were maxed out, and I don't like to be maxed in either direction. But that got us where we're good. The belt squeal's gone. Everything's happy.
And it started with electric start.
And now it smells like two-stroke in here.
Yes! Love the smell of two-stroke.
Here's your weekly Daisy update. Can you tell she's grown since last week?
12 weeks.
12 weeks old. Tomorrow.
All right.
What happened
All
here?
right. What happened, Captain?
What we learned is quit playing with your electric starter when there's pizza on the snowmobile seat, Nutter. Pizza kind of went brrrr, vibrated off and
This
fell
one fell on
down.
the salsa.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, this was my bad.
Oh well, it looks it looks edible.
There doesn't seem to be any metal shavings in it, so
That's all right. A little iron's good for your diet.
as long as it doesn't cut my gums. All right, it's time to check the charging system. And it's sitting there at 12.56, 7 volts.
I'd say that looks like it's charging to me.
She's charging. That's enough for a sled. It's not like a car with an alternator. Remember, that's only a starting battery. The ignition doesn't run off it. So
Right on.
any little trickle into that thing is plenty good.
Oh yeah, that looked good.
The air box. The last piece. Details did not detail this. I am doing this one myself because it is horrible and ugly. I don't think I'm going to show it on the video. I'll just do it later off camera. But there's probably walnuts inside it, I guess.
Give it a shake.
No, just mouse shit. And quite a bit. Look at what's rolling out of it. Oh, great. All right, I'm throwing this thing back outside right now until I get to cleaning. All right, can't have this on here. Look at that. Everything comes apart better on this sled than I'm used to.
Storage for
Yeah. Usually those stickers come off in 8,500 pieces, like that.
Yep, that's normal. Right
There we go. I cursed myself. Sticker peeling. Most interesting YouTube video of the year. We won't show you the other side. All right, here's a little more icing on the cake. Let me show you what I got going on. This here is a shock that came off the front suspension on Walnuts, and she's pretty shot, and she's got some massive rust. That's how the further she closes up. Here's the other shock. Wasted. Absolutely wasted. It's got a little rebound, but it's just full of air. And so, thanks to Indy guy Rob, you can find him in the comments, I'm betting. Got some nice 8-inch front shocks for this thing. Fox shocks. And, oh boy, there's some compression. And look at that come back. So these guys are freshly rebuilt. And I think the gold color is appropriate for Walnuts here. So let's get these in. All right, so next step is get some springs on here. So the first thing I did is put the snap ring on, snap ring pliers. I picked my height. I put it about a 1/4 inch higher than it was. Good enough. Now it's springtime. So the tricky part here is obviously to compress the spring. So to do that, I've got this tool. I've showed you this before, but I'll show you again. These are just threaded rods. It's got some little hooks. And it's super fumbly with one person, so be ready for me to do some fumbly stuff here. All right. Let's get that thing set up more or less square. Yep, that's a lot of energy right there. So be careful. Don't get your fingers in the coils. All right, you got your retainer. This side goes to the spring. Ooh, I hate this part. If that thing let loose right now, it would hurt. And I gotta tighten it up some more. All right, get through there. There we go. There we go. All right, one down, the other goes the same way, and then I'll load her up with bushings, and good to go. Well, I lost my clip about the center sleeve of the shock bushings. So, in fact, I lost everything about the shock bushings mostly. I read the factory manual on those bushings, which you can, by the way, you can find that on vintagesnow.com. It's out there for free for anybody. You know, there's a thicker and a thinner side on the lower bushing, and the manual just says put it together the way that creates the least binding. So if it needs to go to the front or the rear on the thick, whatever. Do what you got to do. So, like everybody else, the sleeve that goes in the bushing for me is usually either missing or so rusty it's not usable. I just had one that was broken in half. So I've got this stick of stainless steel. I got it from McMaster Car. It is 5/8 OD and 3/8 ID. So it's, I don't know, it's slightly big on the OD. I found that some bushings it just drops through, others I got to kind of press it with the vise. So, I don't know. I just thought I'd tell you that, and we'll talk more about the length later on. All right, I've been working on getting these shocks installed, so I want to show you something. Let me see if I can get it around here. I had to clearance right in here. See where my finger is? Right along there. I had to clearance it for the shock body. Get the light up here. I only had to clearance the back side. As you can see, the front side clear, so I don't know, maybe you can't see it. But, you know, there you can see it really well where I clearanced it. I don't know. It's just, this sled was never designed for those shocks. But it's in, the bolt's in, slid in with finger pressure. Same thing, top bolt's in as well. So, just one more thing. If you're going to convert one of these older Indies to gas shocks, something to think about. Other side, same deal, same clearancing. The light where you can see it. There you go, just on that rear side. Should be fine. That was a lot of work. I deserve one of these. So let's have a look at it. Looks pretty good. Sits about right. The nose is definitely up from where it was, but I don't think it's too high. Should be just fine. Now that it's got the weight on it, and I bounced it a couple times, the clearance there on the shock is real good. Real good. So I'm happy with that, and I know that it clears even at full rebound. So that makes me happy. So a couple things I want to mention on this. First things first. First off, those bushings I made, if you want to know the length, you can just go to the Polaris parts catalog. You can't buy the bushings anymore, but the online catalog still tells you the length. The short one was 1.16 and the long one was 1.34. So there you go. The tubing I made was a snug fit. I pushed in with my fingers sometimes. Other times I needed the vise. I greased all of the bushings. Here's the theory on these bushings. You pinch down tight on that stainless steel sleeve or steel sleeve in the original, and then the bushing rotates about that. And that keeps you from hogging out, wearing out your holes in your trailing arm. kind of similar to how your rear suspension works. You pinch down tight on the cross shaft, and then you don't hog out the holes in your tunnel. So that all worked pretty good. Like I said, I ordered that tubing off of McMaster Car, 5-ace OD, 3-ace ID stainless steel. So I'll never have my bolts stuck in that sleeve again. That's a good upgrade. As far as the bushings go, I scrounged from my pile of used shocks that I've been trying to acquire, and mostly from parted out sleds. Well, I was going to go into a little deal about those bushings for the Fox shocks here and about possibly making some, but I got some really, really good news. You can buy them. EPI is making them. They're available on the Dennis Kirk website. Just go buy them. Look them up. Look up on 94 XCR, and for sure you'll find them in there. So that's way better than me trying to make bushings. All right, I'm in the home stretch on Walnuts. So I got just my last couple parts left to go on. So first off, you guys know I love the gripper skis. I got a set of gripper skis with blue hoops this time. The next thing is the airbox foam. You can still get this from Polaris. 125, 102. And I mean, it's the exact thing. It comes glued to the baffle plate. It's got the screen in it. And probably most importantly, you know that it's the right density foam. It's not too heavy or the openings aren't too small that it's going to throw off your cal. And then, of course, I also got the foam that goes on top of the box, 125, 3107. So there's your part numbers. So at this point, I got to put the airbox together. I'm not even going to put it in right now. I am going to slam the skis on, and we'll do a quick walk around on Walnuts just to give you a look at the completed sled. Woo! All right, this is the end of Walnuts Part 7. In between here, you probably saw me messing with the airbox. Maybe I took the sled outside and rode it again. I don't know. That's all in the future. So whatever happened between when I threw the airbox outside and now, I don't know what it is until I do it. The magic of YouTube. It's Thursday, and I'm trying to close out a video that won't be done filming until Saturday because these guys won't be here.
Nope.
So, kill switch up. I think it needs a half a choke.
Wait, let me move. She's a runner.
I've had
Just
sleds
like that.
Yeah, I've had electric start sleds before, and it's pretty easy to get used to that. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, because now he's saving his elbow so he can help pull the rope on ours.
Yes,
yeah, which is
good.
really important because I do have some tendonitis. So anyways, everybody, I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for following the series, and giant thanks to the patrons for all your support.
Thanks, guys.
You guys are the best. Patrons are the super fans of the channel, you know. And the patrons see all the videos early, and the patrons see lately a few behind-the-scenes videos of things that go on in the speed shop that aren't really part of any episode, or maybe just some reaction videos of me showing these guys the edited-up videos of the stuff we did. Which,
Those are fun.
those are pretty fun.
They are fun.
We laugh at ourselves a lot. Probably more than you do.
Probably.
So, anyways, clean the carbs.
Yep.
Clean the carbs.
And thanks, patrons. Thanks, everybody else. Hit subscribe. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit that notification thing. Subscribe plus notification. Then you won't miss any videos. And we'll see you at the swap meets.
See you at the swaps.
So there it is. Walnuts is done. Ready to ride. You can see my plastic skis I put on. Same skis I always use because I like them and they work good. And they don't rust. You know, one of the skis on here was pretty rusty and pretty bent. And the other one was so-so. But plastic skis never rust. So, give you a little walk around. You can see the decal on the windshield. We put that on yesterday. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. It's a pretty darn good looking sled for a 1990. Gold rails, blue seat with gold piping, blue hood with gold graphics, blue ski tips, gold wheels on the back. All good. There we go. Project complete. Hope you enjoyed it.